A couple years ago, Donald Trump planted a story that Ted Cruz's dad assassinated John F. Kennedy. And then a couple months later, Ted Cruz endorsed Donald Trump. So today, I'm going to ask Ted Cruz to sign this. I'm sure he won't have a problem with it.
Sure. No, not on this.
Why wouldn't you sign it?
Because I've seen your silly videos.
It made everyone so weird and sad that they had to come out here.
Look at yourself in the evil body, evil spirit. He's possessed by a demon. Ted Cruz looks so weird. Oh God.
I'm gonna say it. Ted Cruz.
Well, I guess Ted Cruz has watched our videos. So, Ted, will you endorse us to be president?
Oh my God. So those are the Good Liars. We love the Good Liars. They actually joined us for an interview a few weeks back. You can find them on the channel. They really have it in for Ted Cruz though. And you can kind of understand why. If you've been following American politics, Ted Cruz isn't maybe the worst Republican substantively. There are others that are worse, but he's just really bad in a lot of different ways. And they decided to hone in. You can see there. Let's give you the full picture of that National Enquirer headline. National Enquirer back in 2016 was totally in the bag for Donald Trump during both the Republican primary as well as the general election, running headlines attacking his primary contenders as well as Hillary Clinton. So they claimed that his father had potentially helped to assassinate JFK. It's ridiculous, but whatever. It's not a serious newspaper. They can put out their headline if they want. But then Trump jumped on it saying, and his father was with Lee Harvey Oswald prior to Oswald's being, shot. I mean, the whole thing is ridiculous. What is this, right? Prior to his being shot and nobody brings it up. They don't even talk about it. That was reported and nobody talks about it, but I think it's horrible. Well, maybe they don't talk about it because it's ridiculous. It's ludicrous. It didn't actually happen. But that is what the guy who would go on in the relatively near future to become the Republican nominee and to become president of the United States decided to use to take out Ted Cruz. And thank you to the Good Liars for making sure that Ted Cruz, for reasons which we'll get to in a minute, never forgets about that. Brett, what do you think?
Ted Cruz is the most pathetic Republican, hands down. Hands down, the most sad, pathetic clump of garbage. And we can get into this later, but in that situation, just talking about Trump's quote specifically, Trump is a guy who says that the media is fake all the time, when the media frequently is telling the truth and just reporting facts about him.
I'm sorry you think American exceptionalism is awful.
I think this aspect of it.
You got your political agenda.
No, it's honestly,
God love you.
Senator, it's not. I just want to understand why you do not think that guns are the problem.
That is Ted Cruz being asked an incredibly simple question by a reporter on Sky News. Why is it that only America has these sorts of problems? And Ted Cruz, who considers himself an amazing debater, a shrewd politician, crumples in the face of that simple question and runs away.
Sets of parents who are never going to get to kiss their child goodnight again.
Is this the moment to reform gun laws?
It's easy to go to politics.
But it's important. It's at the heart of the issue.
I get that that's where the media likes to go.
No, it's not. It's where many of the people we've talked to here like to go.
The proposals from Democrats in the media, inevitably, when some violent psychopath murders people.
A violent psychopath who's able to get a weapon so easily. 18-year-old with 2 AR-15s.
If you want to stop violent crime, the proposals the Democrats have, none of them would have stopped this.
But why does this only happen in your country? I really think that's what many people around the world they cannot fathom. Why only in America? Why is this American exceptionalism so awful?
I'm sorry you think American exceptionalism is awful.
I think this aspect of it.
You got your political agenda.
No, it's honestly,
God love you.
Senator, it's not. I just want to understand why you do not think that guns are the problem.
Why is this just an American problem?
It is just an American problem, sir.
Mr. Cruz, why is America the only country that faces this kind of
You know what?
mass shooting?
But you can't
This
answer that.
kind of
You can't answer that, can you, sir? You can't answer that. Why is this country?
Why is it that people come from all over the world to America? Because it's the freest, most prosperous, safest
Then why
country
are
on
our
earth.
kids dying in
and
It
schools?
may
stop
be the
being a
freest, it may be the
propaganda.
most
Why are our
popular.
kids dying in schools?
So I don't know the politics of those Sky News reporters, but I feel like they were being very reasonable. They were asking very simple questions that, no matter how simple they are, nonetheless, no right winger can actually answer them. They'll give all sorts of explanations for why these shootings happen. None of those make sense in light of the fact that they don't happen in other countries that have all of the things that they would cite. And when someone points out an issue that you can't address, saying people come here anyway, that doesn't diffuse the concern, and he knows that. I mean, he would say, after all, there's a crisis on the border. It needs to be fixed. We're not safe. Well, but people come here anyway. I mean, lots of people love to visit the United States. I guess it's not that much of a crisis, I suppose.
If you want to know anything about Ted Cruz, the best way to describe him is queefy booger slush. That's what Ted Cruz is. He is just this nebulous, knowledgeless guy who loves to communicate nonsense in a way that sounds like he really cares, and he doesn't. And that if the truth about Ted Cruz and pretty much every one of the other queefy booger slushes on the right and on the left, all of the politicians, the way they talk is the language of queefy booger slush. It's just this nothing. All those kids out there never gonna breathe again, and the families are never gonna kiss their kids again. He gets to do that all the time because he never faces a reporter like the ones from Sky News who just asked him questions and then pointed out when he couldn't answer them that he couldn't answer them. They have, and it was all exposed by that first debate with Donald Trump when he just showed up and just pushed them, and they all fell down like dominoes. Because
they don't get challenged.
That doesn't work with people who are watching unless it works unless there's someone else who's out there being real, on camera, in front of people, communicating to them that this guy's full of it. And that's exactly what Ted Cruz is. He is wildly, stupidly full of it. Full of what? Queefy booger slush.